It's a Corona coaster we're on. And it is. It's going to take people up and down like this. And you are going to have days where you think, how dare they do this to us?
Yeah.
The indignation I feel of being in this ridiculous situation, which we know is not serving people. It is, in fact, doing completely the opposite for their hidden agenda. And I do believe that things are changing right at the top, and that's falling. And there are reasons that we don't know about yet. But what's wonderful is we've been promised complete disclosure as to what really went on here and what has happened on the planet, and why we've basically been enslaved into a debt system, living in debt, which most people are.
You've touched on in previous episodes that there's a hidden agenda, that we don't know everything, that there's stuff going on behind the scenes. And I'd like you to give us some comfort that we're not alone in fighting the good fight. Quite often we feel overwhelmed. I think particularly since what's happened socially is that we've had to distance, and we've got to distancing even more. And you're suggesting through our work that we allow ourselves to become elevated beings and more spiritual beings and so forth. We are bigger than we think, and we can be amazing as one person. I'd like to believe that we outnumber the bad guys.
I do believe that. And I've always believed that there are more good people than there are bad. I certainly know more kind, loving, nice people than I do know bad people. And I think a lot of the bad people have also got sucked into it because they've seen no other way out of it. And I don't think that they are inherently bad. I think they have bought into the system. We are the ones that are saying, okay, there's enough of us who are caring, who are sending out love every day. As you and I are sitting, there are hundreds and hundreds of people out there feeding other people who are hungry all over the world. There's so many people doing good work. That equates to an energy that also goes into the collective conscious. It also transmutes negative energy. And the more we can spread that feeling and that way of doing things in kindness, in respect, then we change this planet. We have to learn about being as well as doing. If you are somebody, say, who can't get out to do those things, it doesn't mean you can't be just as proactive with your mind. You are sending out love and light. You are doing your best to raise the and that's all we need to do on this planet, is raise the consciousness to a level where it will just suddenly click in for everybody.
Right.
Everybody who at least is open to having a different way of life. And that's not going to be for the greedy people at the top. They like it the way it is. They're comfortable with that. That's working for them. But they are the 1%. There's enough on this planet for everybody.
Yeah.
The greed is going to be left behind.
The greedy ones, yeah. Well, I'm also aware that there are many, many people that get sucked into the narrative and the diatribe of the greedy ones. And unless they want to be thrown out and possibly harmed, they have to conform to the structures that have been created there. So it's not just the unfortunate and the poor and the oppressed that need to be in our prayers, but also the ones who are sucked in and can't get out for fear or whatever the reason is. If there are enough of us that are in prayer or in meditation, we can tip the entire planet. I think they call that the tipping point for good reason. They also call it the 100th monkey, but I'm not sure that I like that one as much.
We did reach a tipping point, and that's what we've gone over now. We're over the tipping point of humanity turning. It is the most powerful thing, your mind with mine, with everybody else's. One of the interesting things I learned from my angel one day is I was saying, these people that at the top who are greedy and awful, what can I do to stop them doing what they're doing? And she said, send love. And the point that she was making was, when you send love to somebody, you enhance them, you make them bigger, you make them grow, you're giving them love, you're feeding them. When you send it to somebody who is negative and greedy and awful and whatever, you actually dissipate that by sending them love. So to despise anybody, to hate anybody, is only feeding that negativity. But to love and send love out as an energy to everybody actually does more to dispel what's going on with that person, to diminish that person, than sending them any hatred. Always send out love. It's physics yet again, it's energy yet again, so it's proven it works.
That's so true. Well, I'm loving it. Thank you so much, Amanda. We've got so many more people in our corner, and it's so much easier to fight for this because we really literally just have to be light workers. We just have to be on the path. We don't even have to be perfect. I love that. Bless you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Or as they say, namaste away from me because we're in lockdown.